Chapter 16. The Middle Path. We like Tony Robbins, Gary Vaynerchuk, and Zig Ziglar. As a kid, Kris listened to Earl Nightingale and Our Changing World on the radio, whereas Lawrence read voraciously books like The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, How to Win Friends and Influence People, and Self-Reliance. Yeah, we've always been into some form of self-improvement. We're drawn to it. These guys that we listened to and whose books we read were largely about positive mental attitude, PMA. Now that sounds kind of casual, you know. How's your PMA? It doesn't mean anything. Or does it? There's a term for the irrepressible optimist. We call them Pollyanna. That comes from a book called Pollyanna, written in 1913 by Eleanor Porter. Pollyanna was part of a series called the GLAD books. Glad, like in I'm happy, I'm glad to be here. They're optimistic books, and they were written for children. They polished and shined Pollyanna to present the sunny side of the world to kids, going so far as to verge on propaganda. That form of irrational optimism was not based on reality. It had no foundation. Here are a couple of phrases that show the polished Pollyanna optimism, and we know you've heard them. Come on, cheer up, it's not all bad. Or, love life and it will love you right back. Or, it's going to be okay. Or, when God closes one door, he opens another. Exuberant, aren't they? These sayings are weak. They come from the mouths of people who don't understand what's going on. They may be well-intended, but platitudes are meaningless. They're empty. They don't help us solve our problems. There's another end of the spectrum, and in many ways, we must say that we enjoy it. It resonates with us, so let's see how it sits with you. Embrace the grind, or embrace the suck. We don't want to do this. It's unpleasant. It stinks, but it's necessary, so we're going to do it. So yeah, we're going to embrace the suck. We're going to embrace the grind. We're going to do the necessary but uncomfortable. We much prefer that over the Pollyanna. You do too. There's no other way to demonstrate the competencies necessary to advance through the martial arts ranks. Pollyanna is not going to change anything. You may have been dealt a cruel hand in life, and we're not going to dismiss that. Let's talk in less brutal terms to make the idea more accessible. Let's talk about day-to-day activities. When you look at it from this standpoint, I didn't ask for it. It wasn't what I planned, but here it is, and I have to deal with it. That changes your perspective, doesn't it? And you begin to embrace the suck, embrace the grind, step into what it is, and own the moment. You do what must be done. Not every day is a big-ticket day, however. How you are feeling that day, how the world is banging up against you, those things are controllable from your perspective. Not the event ease. Those are beyond our control, but what we think and feel about them is absolutely controllable. Pollyanna optimism is for children playing, whereas embracing the grind is a developed position for adults to get stuff done. Here's the hot take. Being negative is as weak as being Pollyanna. You got Pollyanna from the GLAD books, which were written by an irrepressible optimist. But it's a child's book. In another child's book, we find the other extreme in the character of Eeyore, the donkey from Winnie the Pooh. He sees the negative in everything, and as such, he's just as useless. Neither extreme is good. Choose the middle, see the world as it is, but be a professional nonetheless. We don't want to make this into a case of downplaying terrible things that happen in life. Those are profound, oftentimes a proverbial thermonuclear blast. And we're not saying that you're not going to get your hair mussed from time to time. What we are saying is that balance is key. Don't be a Pollyanna, and don't be an Eeyore. Those are stereotypes, characters from children's books. Be real. Be you. Balance is the key. You're more resilient than you think. Takeaways. Promote the importance of a balanced, positive mental attitude. Discourage the practice of Pollyanna optimism and Eeyore negativity. Embrace life's challenges, dealing with circumstances as they come. Quotes. Everyone must choose one of two pains, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Jim Rohn. You are going to have to suffer over a long time. There really is no such thing as a free lunch. Ian Armstrong. Through adversity, we find our better self. Michelle Watterson.